Go right.
Oh, wow.
Go right. Go left. Go right. Go right. All right. Welcome to the watching show. Sure, you can watch. Nothing
wow.
surprise. Oh, wow. At least it's something. What? At least it's not another fork. What's in there? We don't have any choice but to check it out.
Look how many lanterns there are. There's a lot of lanterns. Just
Yeah,
there.
that was the first thing I noticed on our first playthrough. I was like, wow, there's a lot of things we're not using that would be useful. Describing the room.
What's interesting is that like little angel graffiti on the top is actually kind of sick. Like it'd be a cool band logo, you know?
I need her to get her big head out of the way so I can see and judge it for
fat ass
myself.
head. Stupid fat ass.
We must have been everywhere by now. Not everywhere. She pointed her finger and we're in the bomb shelter. There probably should be an exit, as you said. Shall we go? Let's rest for a moment. Okay. Listen. When she gets closer or further away, it's dramatic. She said next to me and took my hand. It's all right. What do you mean? Then we haven't found Shark. We don't need him. We should think about getting out ourselves. We'll get out. Yes, probably remember the way with the thing that I drew on the wall. I'm not afraid at all. Suddenly she short after short pause. That's good because I am with you. Yeah, I'd say that's
Suddenly
a band.
she went away. She wasn't with me.
That was a lie. That would be a good cover art for some. It could be good cover art for our band.
She starts doing that.
Heavy footsteps. So I guess Shurik's approaching us this time. That's different.
Okay.
The door opened and Shurik appeared from behind it. In the silence, I froze, staring at him. There you are. Did you think you could hide from me? What? Do you think I wouldn't find you? But I did. He wasn't saying that, was for sure. His face was distorted by scary grimace. His eyes gleamed behind the glasses. The missing pioneer had held a metal rod in his hand. That's my crowbar. Are you mad? It's us. Yeah, I can see it's you. He took a couple steps toward us. I instinctively shielded Lena. Do you think you could make a fool of me? Leading me here and there, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And I followed. Erector no dispenser. He raised the metal rod, everything. It was like it happened in slow motion. Shurik charging at us, me pushing Lena out of the way, the rod slowly arching toward my head. Oh, my glasses. My head with the flashlight going up. Following all of that, complete darkness, rapid breathing, blood hammering in my temple, silence, dreadful, heavy silence, merging with the darkness. I moved my hand, tried to find the wall when I felt someone's touch. Don't be afraid. I heard the familiar voice near me. Where are you, you damn lunatic?
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
Are you talking about?
He left. Which way did he go? Where to? Cotton Eye Joe. Lena's voice didn't sound too calm, but started to say, I love that song. Calm down. She hugged me tenderly and pressed her boobs against me. I tried to gather my senses to recover my breath, to adapt to the darkness.
And adapt to the boobs.
Adapt to the boobs. What should we do next? You have a gun. Right. Well, who do I shoot? It's loaded with a flare.
This is interesting.
She might be right. Yes, I took the gun from my belt, pointed at the side, and fired. Oh! Lena died.
Whoa.
Yeah. The room was illuminated by a bright red light. The flare lying in the corner looked like a firework or a sparkler. Let's go quickly. It won't burn for too long. How do you know that? Lena pointed to the second floor. It wasn't hard to open it and we landed into the darkness. That was, just a little bit of red. That's cool.
Yeah.
The flare burned more dimly with every second. I stumbled with every step. Even if I'd done a couple times, it didn't slow my pace. If it goes out. Wow, that was quick. So this time Shurik just kind of entered and left on his own.
That's kind of like what happened with you first, I think.
Maybe. Although I think I knocked him out the first time. We saw a light, flare hiss. Thank God. Where's my mouse and keyboard? Where are my possessions? All right. It turned out that they were right under the statue of Genda. Yes, we know that. Same. If I'm exhausted. That was terrible. Lena said next to me.
I hated my time with you.
Just dreadful. That wasn't good for me. I'm assuming it wasn't good for you. By that time, I didn't give a damn about this world. I can't 410 bus or my previous life. The strangest and nastiest thing was that there was nothing supernatural in these events. Shurik just went crazy, insane. Nothing strange about it. I would have too in his position. Lena patted my head tenderly and smiled.
Good boy.
It's all over now.
At that moment, she pulled the flare gun out of my pants and took took the cold barrel to the small of my back and fired a flare into me.
It's all over now. Her jaw drops 3 times its normal size, and the whites of her eyes came forward, and the demonic presence inside her came forward.
Sleep you're gonna get.
A portal to hell opened. Whatever, something like that. I don't know. There's a crazy pioneer in the woods. You could even say a maniac killer. I think he's gonna be all right. Oh, right. I'm not sure about that. The most important thing is that we're okay. She still smiled. How can you be so calm? I told you before that I have nothing to be afraid of when I'm with you. Indeed, I might have saved Lamia and myself back there, but it was only by chance, nothing more. If Shurak had been swifter or crazier. Thanks for the compliment. You're welcome. No, we should still have stayed here in the first place. You're probably right, she said calmly. I got really sleepy because of stress and exhaustion, how late in the night it was. We should go to sleep. But I'd had to stand and walk to the leader's cabin. I wasn't ready for that. My eyes closed just for a moment. Stars looked down from the sky. Thousands of even millions. Another light doesn't seem to be so distant and cold. On the contrary, they twinkled to me, as if whispering among themselves, telling merry fairy tales in eager competition about the galaxy far, far away. Have you ever seen that movie Star Wars? A New Hope? It was a really new pioneer movie for the first time. Speaking of pioneers, Star Wars pioneered modern effects and storytelling at an epic scale. It had wide appeal to all audiences. Anybody could watch it. You didn't even have to be a sci-fi fan. Children, adults, long-standing members of the series. It was very rewarding to participate in watching of those films in the 80s. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that for me.
You're welcome.
I lifted myself a little, realized that my head was in Lena's lap. She's very intrusive. Did I sleep long? I asked in confusion, but didn't rush to get up. I don't know. I don't have a watch. I just watched you sleep. I just watched you sleep.
I took the gun.
Approximately? Well, maybe 20 minutes. That's okay then.
I lay down and fell asleep again.
Yeah, went right back to sleep. Shurak has come back. What? I jumped on my feet instantly. There he is, sleeping on the bench. That's familiar. Lena pointed to the benches in surprise. And what are you? You were sleeping so peacefully, I didn't want to wake you up. I felt a shiver of fear because she was watching me while I was asleep. It scared me more than Shurak's insanity in the dungeon. A lunatic who half an hour ago tried to kill us arrives, lies on a nearby bench, and falls asleep as she just sits there. Nothing to worry about. He just seemed to be a little off. Lena got confused and blushed. He walked unsteadily and didn't look toward us. And if I'd made a noise, he was about to cry. Okay, don't cry. There was some logic in her words. She probably did the right thing. In any case, we had to interrogate Shurak thoroughly. I jumped up, walked quickly to the bench she was sleeping on, and slapped his ass. Ouch!
I pulled out the heat.
Drained
it to his brain.
I unpacked the heat.
Yeah.
He woke up at once. What the hell? What are you doing, you bastard? What? Shurak stared at me with a scared and more of a sane look. What was all that down there? What? Where? In the dungeon, in the mine, the bomb shelter. Why? I don't understand. He looked around. Why am I here? And where should you be in your opinion? Oh, wait, I know you should be in an asylum. I went to the old camp in the morning for spare parts, and then she slapped him too. That's not like her, but it'd be funny if she did. Don't you remember anything after that? Lena asked after walking up to us. Yes, and don't pretend. I said calmly and sat next to him. It really looked like he wasn't lying though. I don't understand anything. It's unscientific. Who cares? Don't you think that I trust you, my little baby biscuit? Memory loss can't just occur. Just Shurak talked to himself, mumbling something, not paying any attention to us. Let's go. He's crazy. Lena said quietly. Should we just leave him here? He's not in his right mind and he has to sleep. It's dangerous to leave this psycho alone. He may strangle electronic with an induction coil in the night.
Oh wait, let's leave him. Maybe that'll happen.
On second thought, yeah, you're right. We should just leave him here. Like, put the coil down on the ground next to him.
Tie it around electronic's neck just in case.
It's it's gonna be all right. Trust me. I had no reason not to trust her. I could think of some reasons. However, I didn't have any reason to trust her either. There you go. On the other hand, who cares now? I wanted to fall asleep as quickly as possible.
Oh my gosh.
I want to talk about how tired I am. We left Shirk. We're still mumbling something to himself. Okay, what's gonna happen now? We're gonna part ways, right? We're here. What? Where? That's not scientific. I have to go further on. Lena smiled. I hadn't thought about anything all the way here. Just followed her and had noticed that we'd come to Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. Yes, thank you for today. There's nothing to thank me for. It's just good that we came back alive. We'll see what Shirk has to say tomorrow. Thanks anyway, she said mysteriously and averted her eyes. You're welcome. Well, it's time for me to go, huh? Lena quickly turned around and walked quickly in the direction of her cabin. I suddenly had a thought that something about that was a bit off, not quite right. After all that had happened, it's time for me to go. It usually goes differently in such situations, doesn't it? I have no idea what I expected, though. Exhaustion hit me again. Walking with difficulty, I entered the cabin. It's time to... The leader was sitting on my bed, but this is normal.
Simeon,
She started to talk sadly.
where have you been?
Well, I prepared for a scolding. I didn't expect that reaction. I went to look for Shirk.
Alone? Tell her you went alone. That's what you're supposed to pick here.
Lena doesn't want anybody to know that she
Yep.
was with me.
Yep, that's
okay.
what was the different thing.
All right. Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. I like that.
I do too.
Alone.
So, what about Shurek?
Well, it looks like Olga Dmitriev was really worried about the fate of the lost pioneer. What's so strange about that? The leader can treat her work lightly, but it doesn't mean that she's a heartless person. He's okay as he could be in such a situation.
That's good. Go to sleep now.
All right. Wait, but she turned the light out quickly, showing that the conversation is over, and I couldn't ask anything. Though, should I ask why she didn't scold me? Still, Lena, what happened today? My thoughts slowed their pace before stopping completely. My consciousness.
I teleported into dreams.
Day 5?
Day 5, yeah.
Yay.
The next one is maybe obviously go with Lena because you're gonna go get strawberries with her.
All right, yeah, the beach, the boat. None of this.
Yeah, this is all cake stuff.
Refuse, bitch. Hey, don't forget because it's so important. Oh, it's over here already. Okay, we'll go with Lena.
Lena!
All right. Have I done this before? No, I haven't. Well, let me skip. Let's go. Okay, screw you two. That's fine. Slavia grabbed the second basket and ventured to the opposite end of the island. Well, let's go. Yeah. Lena smiled.
It's not letting you skip this? I thought we
Nope.
went with her
I
before.
thought so, but I guess not. Just pay attention. Don't leave a single berry behind.
This is serious
I was just turning it into like as serious as I could.
Don't!
You too.
So violent.
Okay. So it was harvest time. Indeed, the strawberries here were delicious. Delicious. I could probably eat them all if I didn't stop myself.
This is all the same.
Not really, or it probably is similar.
This is the same. I
She followed
remember
me in
this
both.
scene.
Yeah, I remember this too. Real mushroom picker pulling at the grass. Well, you're much better than me. Am I? Frankly, I'm not even counting them. Yeah, right, you are. The basket was already half full. You must enjoy nature, right? I do. Well, someone hit me on the head. The bright sunrise pierced the top trees and blinded me for a second. I sat down on the ground and leaned against a tree. It's so beautiful here. Lena said it next to me. So close our elbows touched. Yeah. We just sat and enjoyed the moment. It seemed like time stood still. The wind gently shook the tree leaves. Some bugs lazily hopped around the grass. The splash of sunlight played in the fair water surface. Oh, is this is new?
I think so.
The whole illustration, like the hand on the whole thing, and this. Yeah.
Why do you got your hand just buried? Oh, that's her own hand. It looked like your hand was just buried in her crotch.
Yeah, that looked like my hand.
It's like, oh my gosh, that's not subtle at all.
No, it's that. What happened right before this scene? He goes, "Excuse me, your vagina's hanging out." He covered it up.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna, for canon, I think that's that's his hand. Just for fun.
I'm certain it's not, but because that is. But I like the idea that is his hand. That's much funnier. They look
Right.
Yeah, all right.
She's grabbing her own waist, and he's.
Yes. Yes, that's much better.
Yeah.
I was surprised at first, but then I heard their regular breathing and thought that it's just a matter of course. Probably she felt drowsy and wanted to take a quick nap. I just sat there and didn't think of anything for a few minutes. But then words started crossing my mind with ultrasonic speed. Lena.
Like I was
so
playing
close.
an intense Scrabble game for fun.
So close, sleeping, so hard, so gentle, feelings.
Such vagina.
I gazed, such hanging out. She had such a serene, such a tranquil look on her face that it seemed that right now she's not here, but somewhere, something. I don't know what would have happened the next moment if I didn't hear the voice of Slavia. Hey, fuckers! I'm sorry.
Lena.
I shook my head from side to side a few times to come to my senses. Lena started to wake up. She opened her eyes and gave me an empty, vapid, soulless look. Have a nice dream? Huh? Suddenly realizing that she had dozed off, leaning on my shoulder, Lena blushed. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine. Slavia came over to us, so Lena rushed to get up.
How much have you got?
I sighed.
That's not a lot.
Our basket was full of strawberries to the brim.
Well, it's enough anyway. It's time to get back.
I grabbed the basket and we headed back to the boat.
Can you fast forward this?
I'm trying, but no, not yet. The way back took less time as I tried to concentrate on rowing and ignoring everything. Oh, there it goes. Yay!
This one doesn't matter, I don't think.
Okay, but just right now is a good time
Yeah.
to click those buttons. I try my best. Screw you. So, did one of these matter?
No, the next thing that it says is try to find out what Alyssa and Lena are
okay.
arguing about.
Okay.
Unlocks Lena's route only if Lena's score is -6 and Alyssa's score is -6.
That was too many numbers.
I know it
There's at least two.
is. So
All right. I don't care about you or your book and your
Yeah.
ability to read. Whoa.
Oh,
that
there's
was-
a Miku
that
thing.
Was too many things.
so this is gonna
This is
take
gonna
you
be
all the
it.
way
Here
to
we go.
later.
Try to find out.
Yes.
Okay.
Do try to find out what they're arguing
Don't
about.
try so hard. You,
Okay.
you know what's going to happen. Nope. Well, let me skip. But I thought I did this before. I guess because of the Lena thing, it's changed now.
I think so. Yeah, I think we technically have this now. The next one to guarantee that we've done it is to pick help Alyssa.
All right. Lena had a raised voice, so they're fighting. Woohoo!
No, you listen to me.
I'm not going to listen to anything.
Really great, Dan.
Alyssa turned away, and her eyes I met mine. They both looked. Here, I gotta do it
Yeah.
with you because we're both the characters. 1, 2, 3. At first, she obviously was confused about what was going on, but then.
So you're eavesdropping.
What? Me? What? No. You know what I was quoting there? What? No. That's not very good, but it's Mark Wahlberg. It's a thing.
What? No.
What? No.
Mike Wahlberg.
She began slowly advancing on me, and I took a few steps back. Lena, however, remained standing where she was.
Okay, well, something.
Listen.
I didn't read any of that right.
Sorry. Well, okay. It was well. Okay, then listen.
Well, okay, then listen.
Alyssa stopped halfway and turned back to Lena.
By the way, did you know he was peeping on me today?
Oh yeah, I totally did that. What?
Peeping, and he saw everything.
Is that true? Lena wrung her hands distressedly, gave me a quick glance, and started staring at the ground as if she was cut off from the world. No, I'm pretty sure she likes that. No, nothing like that happened. Having thrown an angry glance at Alyssa, I came up to Lena.
Why are you denying it? I even have a witness.
Your witness is even worse than you.
So you stick to your claim that it didn't happen?
It took a second to think. But really, why do I have such pathological desire to exonerate myself before Lena, as though I vitally need her opinion of me to remain unchanged? Though,
I wonder if, like, technically spying on them gives Alyssa a +6 score, which means that you don't unlock the ending.
you think I chose wrong?
Yeah, but I don't know where that would have been, you know? Anyway, go ahead.
Let's hope not, because I don't know. I wouldn't know how to amend it. It didn't happen. Lena threw a blameful look at Alyssa and raised her
Baleful
eyes.
look.
Thank you. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Baleful look at Alyssa and raised her eyes to me. Right after that, eyes full of discomfort and hope. It suddenly became unbearable to stare into these eyes. It didn't happen, I repeated less confidently.
Well, whatever.
Alyssa sneered from behind me.
It's up to you to decide who to trust.
She said to Lena offhandedly, then turned away and headed to the bonfire. Is that true? Bitch, I just told you like 3 times. I felt uncomfortable like a fish out the water, feeling the urge to end this as fast as possible. And why should I have to excuse myself to her? Well, so what if it did happen? Oh my gosh, dude. Fierce. I looked at Lena boldly, but noticed only a bright sunset gleam. Are we getting her bad end? How are we going to recover from this? No, I meant, you don't need to lie. She wiped her tears and tried to smile. After all, it's none of my business. Damn right it's none of your business. But why is that? It's just that it was an accident. Get it? An accident which was caused by all you, nothing more. Yeah, sure. It's true. I believe you. Lena was saying everything with absolutely no emotion. Like she didn't care at all what was going on. I was almost able to believe it, but her tears a few seconds ago. It seems to me that you don't. Well, is this some kind of game? Lena said quietly, but there was a hint of anger in her tone. You really need to convince me of that? And even if I believed you, what then? Would it all become true? Well, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I just want you to understand that I'm not guilty, and I didn't want to. Why should I kill you? Lena shouted. I was standing with my back to the bonfire, but I was sure that all the pioneers had turned on the direction. That sounds like a line in a song. I was standing with my back to the bonfire. I don't know why. It just sounds like it belongs in a song. If you want to pay with someone, tell it, do whatever you want, but why are you bothering me? I'm not. But really, from any point of view, it looked that way. I'm trying to excuse myself to Lena with no success, like a guilty child, or maybe even like a husband who'd slipped up. Just so you know, I don't care. Lena turned away and headed back to the camp after as fast. Something about walking. I didn't try to stop her. Now, it certainly wasn't the best solution. She's on the edge. No attempts to convince her or appeal to reason would help. Since when is she like that, screaming that way, getting mad? With these thoughts in mind, I returned to the bonfire and sat down on the wooden log. And are we full circle? Nope.
So,
Alyssa asked after seating herself nearby. What?
not a great success, huh?
As you see, I growled, pecking the coals of the stick. I grew completely dark, and the glade was plunged into darkness. The surrounding landscape was reminiscent of a picture of a child's book about the wood monster, an unknown forest creature. He's just about to spring up from behind me. Predatory owls hooted menacingly at tree branches. Even mice looking out from snags stared at you with distrust. I was not afraid at that moment. Everything was different from the previous day when I was in the dungeon of the old camp. The moon was shining brightly, paying close attention to me. We're sleeping in a breathing moment.
As I thought, though it was expected.
But why? I finally managed to pick up the largest burning log toward the center of the fire. Does Lena often behave like that?
How?
Screaming at others. I couldn't believe she would act such a way.
She is human like anyone else.
Elisa giggled.
As if you hadn't noticed this before.
What hadn't I noticed?
Her.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's your face.
What do you mean, true face?
Oh, you're so stupid.
Finish what you started.
She's not what she seems like. Not like how you thought of her before.
So how is she?
Okay, I'm sick of this.
Jalissa stood up, intending to leave. I didn't say anything, just sat and listened to the silence of the forest.
By the way, if you want to follow her, I think she's on the island. Oh, I wonder if this is part of the good ending.
That probably is. On what island?
The one where you were gathering strawberries today.
That was today? And what is she doing there?
Ugh, you really are an idiot.
She wants you to chase her. That's all that is.
Yeah,
this
she's
is
just
bullshit.
Yeah, stupid rom-com bullshit.
Right. Alyssa stomped the ground, circled the campfire, and sat opposite. I must have really lost track of things. My head was absolutely blank. To be precise, it was so heavy and full, so that not even a single idea would have the chance to dwell there. It doesn't make sense. If I would compare my brain to at its prime to broad high, this is familiar. I've heard that was a very specific line I remember, but I can't skip. I feel to convince them that I'm not guilty. Should I care? Lena cried, screaming, and then left. So what? No space. I don't feel like anything about it. Should I? I bit my lip until it bled and stood up. I couldn't bear to stay here among these laughing pioneers. I should run away. It doesn't matter where to be forced to mine in space. Slowly far for here. I seized the moment when the camp leader was looking in the other direction and vanished into the forest shadows. Yes. Got him. There had been no rain for a long time. However,
hell, we're going to grow the crops. Completely separate problem than we know. It's like, yes. We're never going to eat the food. Yeah.
Describing
stuff from the nighttime swim.
I wanted to swim for no reason. That's not normal. But he's describing that is normal. So we're getting closer to the island. I didn't even notice I was approaching the pier. Why not the beach? Thoughts of Lena came over me again. Everything that I tried to ignore came out of the broad questions, properly answers to vague desires. It was obvious that I had been led to the pier by my subconscious. But do I really want to oblige her? But let me know if my skipping is annoying.
No, please do. This is all just stupid.
I want to get some kind of reaction from her. I want to talk to her. I feel like it. Why me? I untied a boat, pushed into the water, and got up and took the paddles. All right, I'm on the way. It was easier to throw. My hands were still hurting. Don't know why, but he's going there.
He's chasing her down. Rom-com,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah. I'm just trying to summarize the things that it's saying. He's just describing the water, basically, and how easy it is to row. And now he's looking around the island for her. Describing the grass and the air, and I looked at this wonderful picture with such light I didn't know something until I stumbled into it. It was a boat. Must be her boat. Yeah. Went to the center of the island. I heard rustling behind a tree. Here we go. Don't come any closer, bitch, Lena whispered.
She was painted in the face like Rambo and pulled out a longbow with a.
She pulled out a flare gun. I'm packing heat. Don't come any closer, she said louder.
I'll fuck you up with this flare gun.
How did you know it's me, huh? Though she had indicated that she had known that. All right. Yeah, rom-com. I leaned against the tree, trying to not look behind it. Alyssa told me that you would be here. So what? It was difficult for me to know what emotion Lena was experiencing. Her voice was steady enough. Even though I could read irritation and annoyance in it, I could not understand whether she was angry or whether it was still the same to her. That came out awkward. It was doing my best to avoid unnecessary apologies and excuses, but couldn't find any words to use and said, was that the only reason you came? No, well, I don't know. You don't know, but you still came? Yes. You should have. Why, of course, if I'm bothering you. Why are you following me? She was right. It certainly looked that way. Moreover, I definitely felt attracted to her. You shouldn't think like this. How should I think? I don't know. I can only draw conclusions based on your behavior. I really don't know. I guess I better go. I was confused, and it was hard to be near her. Why, since you came? I seemed to hear a playful voice in her tone. All right, and what? What did Alyssa tell you? Nothing special. I see. Yeah. Well then. This dialogue is too much. Yep. We just stayed silent for a while. Since you came, tell me about something. I don't know. For example, about what happened this morning.
This morning, a star exploded, but we won't see the light from it for like 1,000 years. Technically, the most beautiful thing in the universe could be happening right now, but we just don't see it.
Have you seen that movie?
Did you know
Wars?
Nothing's real? Yeah. I'm trying to be stupid. Yeah.
What about what happened this morning? You know, you yourself didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to, but now I want to. Lena's voice trembled. I couldn't understand what was happening at all anymore. Maybe it's not her behind that tree. Don't look. Okay, but what's wrong? Nothing. Just don't look. All right, as you wish. So nothing happened? Well, something did, but that was all just a silly accident. Then why are you so worried about what I think about it? I'm not worried. And anyway, you yourself, I said louder, beginning to feel irritated. What about me? Why are you so concerned about this situation? Who said I'm concerned about this situation? Then what? Nothing, she said in a whisper and fell silent.
This is bad.
Bad. Such talk would lead us nowhere. Lena won't say anything. And I seem to be too stupid, I guess, or even just too sure about myself. Sorry, I guess it's all my fault. I just cannot understand. Why? What? Why do you keep apologizing for everything? What for you did, for what you're doing, even for what you haven't done yet? But maybe she was right. I couldn't have behaved differently. I felt the need to apologize to her, to everyone, so they would not think badly of me, wouldn't laugh at me, so I could put away something unsaid and eliminate misunderstandings. Anyway, that's your business. Lena got angry. Apologize, make excuses. Why should I care? Okay, well, I'm not guilty. In fact, I don't think I could be blamed for anything. But then what's wrong? What is wrong with you? Why would something be wrong with me? I don't know. I just think so. I just think you're messed up. Oh, you just think so? She laughed. You speak as if you know me. I did not answer. Please leave, Lena said after a while. I didn't move. I could not. Had no strength to do so. Could not give a shit. I wanted nothing at that point. Didn't want to excuse it, to apologize. Didn't want the understanding. I was too tired of everything. Why? Just leave, she whispered. I don't want to. Then I'll leave. Let's just go together. No. How long are you going to be offended? By what? What's wrong with you? Everyone here behaves normally except you. I did not care what my words meant, as if they had been said by someone else. The topic. That's how I feel. I just want to know. I want him to get away from the tree and progress, please. You really don't understand anything. Alyssa was right about what? Never mind.
So she listened to that conversation.
Gosh, what a freaking burden ass. Well, we're gonna stop there. Can you believe that there's so much crap?
I can believe it, man.
You don't understand.
We could be done with this game.
What do you mean? Like we could just stop, be done, or like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that's a possibility. So here's
Damn, what a bummer. Like the whole. Apparently, this just wore you down to like, you know what? Let's quit.
no, it's not that at all. It's. I promise it's not that. Like I would be curious to see what happens, but I recognize that. Well, like I think they wrote it to where the optimal ending is the Slavia ending, and all the other ones where there's gonna be like dumb conflicts or stupid stuff that happens. Yeah. But it'll be interesting, you know.
Yeah, I want to know.
But this is the worst one. But we assumed this would be the worst one because we were like, she's the boringest.
Yeah, I guess
she
we
has
did.
The worst responses, and she's the least communicative.
All right, take notes, people.
It's really painful as
don't be like Lena.
Right. A seasoned adults who've like a little bit of maturity.
Do not talk like that.
When you just communicate better and stuff.
Why do you think that? Who says I think that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Why do you care? I don't care. Fine. It's like everyone's just lying.
Oh my god.
It's really hard to watch.
All
It's
right.
high school.
But we must get through it. All right.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see us next time. Do it.
Yeah, see us next time. Yeah, by the way, I can see your vagina. It's out.
Can't spoil that. You gotta save it for like the good jokes.
I can see it. Gosh, so stupid.
Fear anything. I don't know. What should I fear? You'll protect me anyway. Wrong.
Now you're packing heat.
I wouldn't protect anyone. Nothing in this world. Let me know when to stop skipping because I can read this. I know this is like kind of a waste of dialogue considering what we've seen already. But
We've seen it all. If there's anything about the flare gun, I'll be interested. But more of this.
I'd shoot Shark in the face to knock him out when he's going
That'd
crazy.
be great. Yeah.
Walk faster. She kept pacing me. This is the same. And now let's get to. We go to the hole. Forgot about the hole.
Yeah.
Now I describe her that nothing's down there. What's down there? Looks like a mine. Shall we have a look? Why not go further along the corridor? I don't know. I think we should go down there. Yep.
This is all. Yeah.
Yep.
This is all the same. Jane, we're in
jumped
the
down.
hole. We're in the hole.
What minerals are in this area? I don't know. Well, that was a good talk.
Good dialogue. I don't know.
Did you see any diamonds? I need coal. Yep. The walls
Does
are
look like
narrow.
coal.
Here we go. Just great. Where should we go now? Right, left, right.
I think right, left, right.
What if there's an exit too? There may be one, and what if there isn't? Should we go back? I bit my lip and the bled and yelled as loud as I could. Shark! See? And I will go alone. Why am I being a bitch? What? I grinned stupidly. Alone? Where to? We must find Shirk.
The WWE must find Shirk.
Yeah.
The World Wrestling Expedition.
Enterprise.
They have to find him.
No. That won't do if we go together. We go together, Doctor. Okay, let's go. She smiled and took my hand. She managed that. But first we should. Took a sharp stone. Yep, the cross. Now we'll know where we started. Okay, now we have to stop the episode here because it's been that long. and we'll go right, left, right, and we'll see what happens with Shurik.
Cool.
I bet he's gonna freak out. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna. Only Slavia has the power to calm down a boy.
So maybe Miku. She's too innocent.
I don't know
I
that
think
you'll do
Miku
this
will
with
come-
Miku.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
true. I don't
Miku's
even know.
path is going to be completely different.
I think you're right. Anyways, you will see, and we will see next time.
You will watch
So suck on that.
on the one, the show which you do.